All right, everybody. Graz back with the Graz World of Sports Gaming. We're on ASG Golf, and we are going to do the next 5 events in the LPGA 1950 season. I did some research, and the weather vanes were 2 rounds, and there were 4. The 4 each for the years that it was played, from 1950 to, I believe, 1953 was when they stopped. And what they did was, as you can see over here on the left, if you can, they combined the scores from each. And whoever had the lowest score aggregate to par after the 4 was the winner of the 144-hole weather vane. So, excuse me, sorry. For the 1950 weather vane, only 4 golfers are going to be able to qualify, because the other 5 that have played haven't played all 4. And you have to play all 4 to qualify. So of the 4 that are qualified right now, Patty Berg is 2 over par for the 3 tournaments so far. It's just the New York weather vane to go, which we're about to play. Babe Zacharias is in the lead at 3 under par total. Luis Suggs is 7 over par, and Alice Bauer is 17 over par. So at Enjoy, I guess we'll say enjoy. You know, I'm American. I mispronounce things. Let's go. We got a field of 8 here for the New York weather vane. Round 1. All right. So Alice Bauer with a 5 over 76. She's probably going to finish in 4th in this of the 4 qualifiers. She had 1 birdie in the round. Betty Jamieson had a 4 over 75. Okay. Marlene Hagg. We're saying Haggy, that's right. 2 over 73 with, wow, 13 straight pars to finish her round. Impressive. Tied for 4th with 1 over 72s are Peggy Kirk and Babe Zacharias. Rough run right here at the end there with 3 over pars. Tied for 2nd at even par with 71s, we have Luis Suggs. Man, cut down on that double bogey, and she'd be in business here. And Marilyn Smith, who is not one of the people that can qualify. And then in first place with 2 under par is Patty Berg. So right now, with 1 round left to go, Babe Zacharias is 2 under total across the 4 tournaments, and Patty Berg is even par. So this isn't over. Round 2. Luis Suggs has a hole-in-one. Luis Suggs has a hole-in-one on the 200-yard par 3 7th hole. All right. And she wins the tournament. So let's see. Patty Berg was 3 under, putting her at 1 under total. Okay. Babe Zacharias was 1 under, so she's probably going to win. Luis Suggs was 4 under. Alice Bauer was 6 over. And then we don't have to worry about the rest, but we'll put them in anyway. Beverly Hansen did not play this one. See what I mean? People didn't play all of them. Betty Jamieson was 7 over this round. Marilyn Smith was 3. Marlene Haggy was 2. And Peggy Kirk was 8. Okay. Well, so in 4th place, we have Alice Bauer at 23 over par total. In 3rd place for the whole weather vane, we have Luis Suggs with a 3 over total. In 2nd place at 1 under total is Patty Berg. And then the winner of the 144-hole weather vane of 1950 is Babe Zacharias at 4 under par. And that actually counts as a separate title. So so whoever wins the actual weather vane tournament, the 2-round tournament, gets a title. And then so there's 5 titles on the line here. All right. So there we go. Suggs wins the New York weather vane, but Babe Zacharias wins the so Suggs wins that at 4 under with a 1-shot lead, but Babe Zacharias wins the overall tournament. And what was she again? 4 under. And she wins by, I'm sorry, we're doing this on screen, by 3 shots. So that's how that works. So the 1950 weather vane is complete. All right, now we're going to do 4 more events real quick. Won't take very long. Eastern Open at Pleasant Valley. We have 6 golfers to go. All right. And we have and Suggs with our first hole-in-one. That's pretty cool. Okay, in 6th place with a 4 over 75 is Betty Jamieson. She gets 3 birdies. Marlene Hagge with a 3 over 74. Okay. In 4th place with an even par 71 is Alice Bauer. It's pretty good for her. Tied for 2nd at 4 under par with 67s are Babe Zacharias. What a run right here. Birdie, 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 par, birdie, birdie. Impressive. And then Louise Suggs with an eagle. And then in 1st place with a 6 under 65 is Patty Berg. Great back 9. All right, round 2. Okay, in 6th place after round 2 is Betty Jamieson with a 5 over 76. No birdies. In 5th place with a 5 over 76 and 8 over total is Marlene Hagge. Okay. In 4th place with a 3 over 74, 3 over total is Alice Bauer. In 3rd place with a 3 under 68 and a 7 under total, 3 shots off the lead is Louise Suggs. Wow, 7 birdies in the round. Impressive. In 2nd place with a 4 under 67 and an 8 under total is Babe Zacharias with 1 bogey. Also impressive. And in 1st place at 10 under total and 4 under for the round is Patty Berg. I predict until her death that Zacharias, Berg, and Suggs are going to battle hard. Round 3. Betty Jamieson is in last place still with a 9 over total and an even par round. It's all back 9. If she wouldn't have had that back 9, who knows? In 5th place with a 4 under 67 and 4 over total, Marlene Hagge. Birdie on 2, and then what is that? 16 straight holes of under par golf. Impressive. In 4th place with a 1 under 70 and 2 over total is Alice Bauer. In 3rd place, yeeps, with a 6 over 77 and now 1 under total is Louise Suggs. Rough back 9. Ouch. In 2nd place at 4 under total with a 6 over 77 is Patty Berg. Oh gosh. A double bogey and 4 regular bogeys and no birdies. And that's not good. And in taking over the lead with a 269 and a 10 under total with a 6-shot lead is Babe Zacharias. All right. And she wins. That was a 3-round tournament. So Babe wins that one at 10 under with a 6-shot lead. Okay. So now we move on to the next major, which is the Women's Western Open at Cherry Hills. And this is a match play. And there's 8 golfers. And here are the matchups. All right. So we have Peggy Kirk and Marlene Hagge. Babe Zacharias playing Louise Suggs. That's rough. Alice Bauer and Patty Berg. And then Marilyn Smith and Betty Jamieson. Teeing off at Cherry Hills. Marlene Hagge eliminates Peggy Kirk, 3-2. Babe Zacharias eliminates Louise Suggs, 2-1. That's a big one there. Patty Berg eliminates Alice Bauer, 2-1. And Betty Jamieson eliminates Marilyn Smith, 2-1. All right. To the semis. Marlene Hagge, Babe Zacharias, Patty Berg, and Betty Jamieson. All right. Babe Zacharias eliminates Marlene Hagge, 4-3, to go to the final. And Patty Berg eliminates Betty Jamieson, 4-3, to go to the final. So the final day is Babe Zacharias and Patty Berg. If Patty Berg wins this, then she's got the first two majors won. So then if she then wins the U.S. Open, then she will have all 3 majors in 1 year. It's not really a slam yet, but I mean, winning all 3 majors that exist would be impressive. All right, here we go. Final round. 2 of the best of all time. And they go to 28 holes. And Babe Zacharias finally wins on the 28th hole. So Babe Zacharias has now won kind of 3 in a row if you count the weather vane. So so Babe Zacharias is running away with this. All right, so that would be 1, 2, 3. So we'll do the All-American Open now at the Crawford County Country Club. The next 3 are actually, the next 2 are actually at the Crawford County Country Club for some reason. I don't remember why I did that, but that's okay. Here we go. Round 1. Babe is in there, trying to win, I guess, 4 in a row. We're going to count it 4 in a row because they counted that as a title. So that's 3 in a row. All right, in 9th place with a 7/78 is Patty Berg. She's reeling from her final round loss at the Western Open. In 6th place, tied at 1/72, we have Babe Zacharias. Betty Jamieson with a very interesting round. She bogeyed the first and last holes and then birdied one in the middle, and then the rest were pars. And then Marlene Hagge, okay, in 5th place with an even par 71 and 4 shots off the leaders is Peggy Kirk. In 4th place at 2 under par with a 69 is Louise Suggs with an eagle on the back 9. In 3rd place at 3 under par and 1 shot off the leaders is Alice Bauer. Great round for her. And tied for first at 4 under par with 67s are Beverly Hansen with an eagle on 12, and Marilyn Smith with a clean round. 2 birdies and an eagle on a par 4, and then 15 pars. That is an incredible round. All right, the All-American Open, round 2. Babe Zacharias is more than likely not going to win 4 in a row. She's in 9th place with 5 over for the round and 6 over total, Babe Zacharias, with 1 birdie and a lot of yellow. In 8th place with a 3 over for the round and 4 over total, Marlene Hagge. 7th place with a 4 under 67 and now 3 over total is Patty Berg, almost back to even par. Well, on her way, I should say. In 6th place with another even par, 71, back-to-back 71s, Peggy Kirk, very impressive, back-to-back 71s. In 5th place with a 3 over 74, former tied for the lead, is Marilyn Smith, who is now 4 shots off the lead. Excuse me. In 4th place at 2 under total and 1 under for the round is Alice Bauer. Great back 9, not so great on the front. And tied for second at 4 under par, we have Betty Jamieson, who has the round of the day with a 5 under 66. She bogeys the first hole, and then, I mean, just these long runs of good golf. Very interesting how she's playing. And then Louise Suggs is tied with her with a 2 under 69. Okay. Another eagle on 12. And then in the first place at 5 under total and one under for the round is Beverly Hansen. All right, round 3. All right. In 9th place with a 269, Babe Zacharias. It's too little too late, I think. In 8th place at 3 over for the round and 2 over total is Marilyn Smith. Round 1 leader. Tied for 5th at 1 over par with Alice Bauer with a 3 over total, or 3 over for the round. Peggy Kirk finally goes over par after 2 straight even par rounds. And Marlene Hagge with a 3 under 68. Bogeys the 3rd hole and then does her best. In 4th place, round 2 leader at 1 under now and 4 over for the round, Beverly Hansen. In 3rd place, the round of the day, a 7 under 64 and 4 under total, is Patty Berg. Without that 7 over on round 1, she is running away with this. But her back 9, she came in with 30 shots. Very good. In 2nd place, at 5 under total and 1 under for the round, 2 shots off the lead is Louise Suggs. And in 1st place with 7 under and 3 under for the round is Betty Jamieson, who looks like she really wants to win her first title. All right, round 4, here we go. And Betty Jamieson does win. Marlene Hagge finishes in 9th. The 6 over 77. Okay, not great. Babe Zacharias with a 1 over 72, finishing at 5 over par. Not so good. Tied for 6th at 1 over par, Marilyn Smith with a 1 under 70. And Alice Bauer with an even par 71. In 5th place, at even par total, with a 1 under 70, is Peggy Kirk, who went even par, 1 over, 1 under. Just so consistent. In 4th place at 2 under total and with a 1 under 70, we have Beverly Hansen. That 3rd round really knocked her out of the running. In 3rd place at 3 under with a 2 over 73 is Louise Suggs, who had a chance and then just fell apart on the last day a little bit. In 2nd place, huge run back up to the contention with 6 under total, 1 shot off the lead, a 269, which is the round of the day, Patty Berg. Never quite overcame that 7 over in the 1st round. And the winner at 7 under par with a 1-shot lead, Betty Jamieson. Shoots a, so let's put her in. -7 with a 1-shot lead. All right. And one more event, because we're going to have 4 for the last video. We have the World Championship at, again, Crawford County Country Club. The World Championship. Not a major, even though it's called the World Championship. All right. In 8th place with a 6 over 77 is Betty Jamieson. Yeesh. So she's going to have a hard time going back to back here. In 7th place with a 4 over 75 is Beverly Hansen. Okay. In 6th place with a 1 over 72 is Peggy Kirk. In 5th place at even par, 3 shots off the lead, Babe Zacharias. Okay. A double bogey, sunker. Tied for 3rd at 2 under 69s are Louise Suggs and Patty Berg. Patty Berg has a phenomenal back 9. And tied for 1st at 3 under par 68s are Alice Bauer. Great round. And Marilyn Smith, who does not get a bogey until 16. All right, round 2. Betty Jamieson is more than likely not going to repeat. She is 15 shots out of the lead with a 4 over 75. 2 birdies in 2 rounds. Not looking good. Beverly Hansen with a 5 over 76. Okay. In 6th place with a 1 over 72 is Babe Zacharias. Another triple bogey. That's in 5th place at 1 over 72 is Patty Berg. Excuse me. And tied for 3rd at 2 unders with 1 over 72s is Marilyn Smith. Interesting. And Alice Bauer. And then in 2nd place at 4 under total, 1 shot off the lead with a 566, which is the round of the day, is Peggy Kirk. Very, very good round. And then in 1st place with a 368 and 5 over total is Louise Suggs. Okay, round 3. Betty Jamieson, even par 71, but now 18 shots off the lead. Okay. Beverly Hansen with an even par 71. 17 shots off the lead. Not. All right. In 6th place with a 2 over 73, Babe Zacharias. In 5th place at even par with a 2 over 73, Alice Bauer. 1 birdie. Tied for 3rd at 1 under and 7 shots off the leader are Peggy Kirk with a 3 over 74 and Patty Berg with an even par 71. In 2nd place at 2 under, 6 shots off the lead with an even par 71 is Marilyn Smith. And in 1st place with the round of the day, the only person to break par this day with an 8 under and a 6-shot lead, a 3 under 68 is Louise Suggs, who bogeys hole 5 and then goes on an incredible run. All right, so round 4. Suggs is looking for her 4th title. Don't believe what I just saw. Louise Suggs completely falls apart. Babe Zacharias shoots the round of the day and steals it. Unbelievable. Okay, in 8th place with a 1 over 72 and 10 over total is Beverly Hansen. In 7th place with a 4 under 67 and 6 over total, Betty Jamieson. Wow, if she had played like this the whole tournament, who knows? 5 straight birdies. 7 in 8 holes. Very good. In 6th place at 3 over par with a 3 over 74 is Alice Bauer. Tied for 4th at 1 unders is Patty Berg with an even par 71. And Louise Suggs with a 7 over 78, completely destroying her title chances. Completely. In 3rd place with a 2 under total and a 1 under 70 is Peggy Kirk. In 2nd place with 3 under total, 1 shot off the lead with a 1 under 70 is Marilyn Smith. And the winner with a 7 under 64. Coming back from 14 shots down to win at 4 under total is Babe Zacharias with a clean round. 7 birdies, 11 pars. What a beautiful round. And Babe wins by 1, and that gives her 5 titles. So Babe Zacharias has 5 championships, including a major, with 4 titles to go, or 4 tournaments to go. All right. This is kind of neat. Let's go look at this here. The hole-in-one by Louise Suggs. And the highest one, the highest hole is an 8 by Patty Berg at the Chicago Weather Vane. So, there we go. I will see you next time. Not sure with what, but something. Congratulations to Babe Zacharias. She is definitely the power to beat. Now, what I said earlier is important because she dies in 1956 at the age of 45. So we only get a few years of her. So that's why I said until she dies. Her, Suggs, and Berg, I just feel like they're just going to go, they're going to battle hard. So anyway, I'll see you next time.